Which of the following gases of the air would be the most appropriate to put out or control that fire?
Sharp thinking. Carbon dioxide is the right choice. Whenever the air flows the paper snake will move in a clockwise direction.
Valid point. Upwards is true.
All plants need from the air in order to make food and survive.
Well picked. Carbon dioxide is the correct answer.
When we breathe in, oxygen enters the body through our mouth or
On track. Nostrils is the correct answer.
When we breathe in enters our lungs and passes into the blood.
Correct response. Oxygen is the most accurate answer.
They are two tubes. Oxygen enters the lungs through
Correct. Bronchi is the right answer.
Dr. Zakir Hussain wrote stories for children. He is Well reasoned. Third president of India is the correct choice. A fire requires fuel, heat, and to stay active. Smart pick. Oxygen is the correct choice. Which best describes the use of air in the image?
Nice work. You chose to move things and it is correct.
It is a long tube. The air goes down this tube.
Great job. Windpipe is the accurate answer.
When we oxygen goes down the windpipe.
Strong choice. Breathe in is the right answer.
They are two sacs protected by the ribs.
Good job. Your answer lungs works well here.
Fill in the blanks. The air we breathe out contains which turns into drops of water when comes in contact with a cold surface.
You chose water vapor, and it is correct.
This picture is showing.
Bravo. Water cycle is the answer.
Identify the device.
Perfect. Stethoscope is the correct choice.
Fill in the blanks. The wood cutter kept blowing into his hands while cutting the wood, because to them.
You got it. Your choice warm is right.
The Earth provides humans with an unlimited amount of fossil fuels. They are considered renewable.
Solid response. False is a valid choice.
Resources that are not able to be reproduced as quickly as they are used are called
Nice selection. Non-renewable resources is the correct and valid answer.
Fill in the blanks. A popcorn seller fans the burning coal to increase the supply.
Excellent. Oxygen or air is a brilliant choice.
Fill in the blanks. Our breath is then hot tea, and hence we blow air to cool tea.
Right choice. Colder is the best answer.
Fill in the blank. We our hands in winter by blowing on them when they are cold.
Great thinking. Warm is the right choice.
Is the process of breathing in air, and is the process of breathing out air.
Exactly. Inhalation and exhalation make sense, and it is right choice.
In winters, when we blow our air, it is then the temperature of air outside.
You're right. Warmer is the correct answer.
Our breath is then a hot chapati, hence we can make it cool by blowing on it.
Nicely done. Colder is a solid answer.
The story Blow Hot, Blow Cold was written by Dash, the former president of India.
Smart move. Dr. Zakir Hussain is an accurate answer.
When the air flows dash, the paper snake will move in the anti-clockwise direction.
Well done. Downwards is the right choice.
The woodcutter kept blowing on his hands while cutting the wood, because to...
Right again. Hotham is a valid answer.
Fill in the blanks. The air blown from our mouth is dash in a cold winter.
Good thinking. Hot is the right answer.
Fill in the blanks. We use a dash to listen to the sound of a heartbeat.
Excellent choice. Stethoscope is the right answer.
Identify the instrument which is not played by blowing air through it.
Clear logic. Your choice, Dolak, is sound and 100% true.
Which of the following will create loudest noise while blowing in it? Smart move.
Whistle is an accurate answer.
Our breath is cooler than hot tea, and hence we blow on it to cool it.
Valid point. True is true.
When the air flows downwards, the paper snake moves in the direction.
On track. Anti-clockwise is the correct answer.
The trachea is a tube that divides into two smaller tubes called dash.
Nice work. You chose Braunchy and it is correct.
When you blow on a mirror in summers, you see drops of water on it.
Great job. True is the accurate answer.
How many times does our heart beat in 1 minute?
Great thinking. 7280 is the right choice.
I'm present in the nose and trap the dust and germs in the air.
Smart pick. Hair is the correct choice.
Seeing the tiny person, the woodcutter was amazed and amused.
Sharp thinking. True is the right choice.
Dash is the instrument produce sound when we blow into them.
Correct. Flute is the right answer.
Which instrument is used to listen the sound of a heartbeat?
Clear logic? Your choice, stethoscope, is sound and 100% true.
Name the force exerted by the air upon a body placed in it.
Well reasoned. Air pressure is the correct choice.
A mixture of gases that surrounds the earth like a blanket.
Well picked. Atmosphere is the correct answer.
When the air flows downward, the paper snake will move dash.
Correct response. Anti-clockwise is the most accurate answer.
Which of these instruments are not played by blowing air?
Right again. Guitar is a valid answer.
A doctor uses a stethoscope to listen to your heartbeat.
You chose true, and it is correct.
What is the process called when you breath out the air?
Perfect. Exhalation is the correct choice.
Name the layer of the atmosphere where trees are found.
Good job. Your answer, troposphere, works well here.
Fill in the blanks. Dash air is heavy and comes down.
Good thinking. Cold is the right answer.
When you blow on a mirror in summers, it becomes hazy.
Solid response. False is a valid choice.
What do we call a place where there is no air at all?
You're right. Vacuum is the correct answer.
Normal breathing rate for an adult
is dash per minute.
Well done, 1220 is the right choice. Name an instrument used to listen to the heartbeat.
Right choice. Stethoscope is the best answer.
The woodcutter was blowing his hands to freeze them.
Nice selection. False is the correct and valid answer.
Which of the following jobs you can't do by blowing?
Excellent choice. Break the hard things is the right answer.
Which layer of atmosphere stop meteor to reach Earth?
Exactly. Mesosphere makes sense and it is right choice.
Fill in the blanks. Dash air is light and rises up.
Excellent. Hot is a brilliant choice.
When we run or do physical exercise, we breathe dash.
You got it. Your choice faster is right.
Instrument that is used to listen to heartbeat dash.
Strong choice. Stethoscope is the right answer.
In terms of temperature, air is of dash types.
2 is the answer. Who are the main characters in Blow Hot, Blow Cold? Nicely done. Mayan Balasthea and Woodcutter is a solid answer. Name the percentage of noble gases in atmosphere. Sharp thinking. 0.97% is the right choice.
Which of the following is not a component of air?
Bravo. Fire is the answer.
In which of the following objects do we blow air?
Great job. All the above is the accurate answer.
The woodcutter blew on the fire to help it burn.
Well done. True is the right choice.
The story Blow Hot, Blow Cold is written by Dash.
Right choice. Dr. Zakir Hussain is the best answer.
The process of turning from liquid into vapor.
Right again. Evaporation is a valid answer.
The gas found in atmosphere, about 21%, is dash.
Solid response. Oxygen is a valid choice.
The woodcutter blew foo-foo to burn potatoes.
Correct. False is the right answer.
Name the normal body temperature of our body.
Well reasoned. 37 degrees Celsius is the correct choice.
A doctor uses a dash to listen to your chest.
Good thinking. Stethoscope is the right answer.
In winters, the surface of the mirror becomes...
Nice work. You chose moist and hazy, and it is correct.
Living things need air and water to stay dash.
You chose olive, and it is correct.
The main organ responsible for breathing is...
Smart move. The lungs is an accurate answer.
The cold air is dense, heavy, and comes down.
Valid point. True is true.
Which of the following gas helps in burning?
Strong choice. Oxygen is the right answer.
Which gas is necessary for burning a fire?
Great thinking. Oxygen is the right choice.
Which gas is filled in a fire extinguisher?
Well picked. Carbon dioxide is the correct answer.
When we blow on it, produce melodious sound.
On track. Flute is the correct answer.
Name the instrument played by blowing air.
Nice selection. Flute is the correct and valid answer.
Air pressure zones are of dash types.
You got it?
Your choice 2 is right.
Dash is the process of breathing out air.
Perfect. Exhalation is the correct choice. What is the another name of pitcher plant? Nicely done. Nepenthes is a solid answer.
When does our heartbeat becomes fastest? Smart pick. Running is the correct choice. Who is the writer of Blow Hot, Blow Cold? Exactly. Dr. Zakir Hussain makes sense and it is right choice.
When we breathe out the diaphragm dash.
Excellent choice. Relaxes is the right answer.
Which of the following is a use of air? You're right. All of the above is the correct answer.
Breathing rate dash after we exercise?
Good job. Your answer increase works well here. The woodcutter blow cool air too. Excellent. Make hot potato cool is a brilliant choice. Blow hot, blow cold is written by. Correct response. Dr. Zakir Hussain is the most accurate answer. The air we breathe out contains dash. Clear logic. Your choice moisture is sound and 100% true. Which of the following blow cold air?
Solid response. Air conditioner is a valid choice.
What is the name of teeth contractor? Exactly. Shambu makes sense and it is right choice. Why did woodcutter made the chala? Sharp thinking. To boil potatoes is the right choice. Which gas is needed to lit a fire?
You got it. Your choice oxygen is right.
Why do we use a fire extinguisher? Great thinking. To put off fire is the right choice. Our chest dash when we breathe out. You chose shrinks, and it is correct. Hot air is lighter than dash air. Well done. Cool is the right choice. When we breathe in our chest dash. Smart move. Comes out is an accurate answer. We should not breathe through our. Smart pick. Mouth is the correct choice. Why do we blow at a burning fire? Nice selection. To keep them burning is the correct and valid answer. Which constituent is most in air? Good thinking. Nitrogen is the right answer.
An airplane needs oxygen to fly.
Right again. True is a valid answer. Dash air is light and rises up. Nice work. You chose hot and it is correct. When we breathe, the lungs dash. You're right. Expands is the correct answer. Who is the Chacha of Suryavani? Nicely done. Mania is a solid answer. Rain falls in which direction? Well reasoned. Down is the correct choice. Which gas is the 78% in air? Correct. Nitrogen is the right answer. We breathe in dash rich air. Excellent choice. Oxygen is the right answer. Lungs are protected by dash. Correct response. Rib cage is the most accurate answer. Which organ float in water? Great job. Lungs is the accurate answer. Mia Balishtia saw. Valid point. Woodcutter is true.
We can see and touch air.
Good job. Your answer no works well here.
Dash air comes down. Excellent. Cold is a brilliant choice.
When is air destructive? Clear logic. Your choice during a storm is sound and 100% true.
Dash air rises up. Bravo, hot is the answer. Air is a mixture of. Strong choice. Gases is the right answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Well picked. Contact Narayan Chengda on Facebook is the correct answer.